Madam Speaker, the procedural matter that I'm raising pertains to the recent pre-inspection report of our stadium, the National Stadium Mandela. Madam Speaker, up to now, the works are still ongoing in the exterior and the interior. I would love to have the attention of
the government chief whip.
Yes, because this is a very, very important issue. The inspection report has found the stadium works not compliant with the requirements. And so to speak, it has not been approved for the FIFA World Cup United 2026.
Qualifiers?
Qualifiers, that is African qualifiers, match the 3 and 4, as you are aware. Madam Speaker, this goes to the minister who had made an undertaking to ensure that by the time of inspection, the works would be ready. He has let us down, and I would love to have the minister report to us what has gone amiss. Moreover, these works, we have an opportunity. If they could be expedited, there is a second chance, because we do not have another venue to host this FIFA World Cup United 2026. Madam Speaker.
Thank you, government. Okay, on the same.
Madam Speaker, I think it's...
Madam Speaker, I was in Namboole when the Honorable Boa was commissioning that renovation, then as Minister of State for Sports. He invited me and he came dressed in military uniform. The clarification I am seeking from the Honorable Boa is whether, now that the inspectors have said we are not ready, you are now replacing them with MPs, because you are issuing an invitation to a matter that is specific, that the inspector said we are not ready. You are saying, no, you MPs, you come and visit. So the clarification I am seeking from you is whether if the MPs by their own eyes, naked eyes, say the stadium is okay, we can do away with the inspectors. That's the clarification I am seeking.
Yes, the disqualification is that we have 2 games coming up, and we were supposed to host them to qualify for African Cup of Nations, but the stadium is not ready. But that also informs other international engagements that should come and be hosted.
Meaning that stadium. Uganda will have to go and play in another country.
Yes, basically we'll lose the bid to host, and then Uganda will be disqualified completely. And the minister here knows that just last week he made other promises here regarding Kibwa Stadium, regarding Buhinga Stadium, and all these form part of that. Would he address us comprehensively?
Honorable Minister, that's a very serious issue. All Ugandans have been excited for AFCON, but at the same time that there is no way we can really go and play in another country. Remember, we are supposed to play within Algeria. But then Morocco has offered us to go and play in Morocco for free. But Algeria has said, we are not going to Morocco because of their issues. So what is the way forward?
Honorable colleagues, Mandela National Stadium is a 1970 model stadium, which was handed over to us when it was even incomplete. When you now enter Mandela National Stadium, for instance, we did not have seats. They have been installed. When you look at the pitch, if you have been there, you have seen what is there. So, Right Honorable Speaker, what I can undertake is to...
Order. Kumbe, you're all whips.
Madam Speaker, I'm really baffled by the misleading information that the good friend of mine, the government chief whip, is furnishing this house with, when the truth of the matter is that I'm in receipt of a copy, which I would seek your indulgence, Madam Speaker, to lay to him to interact closely with what they have written. This is a pre-inspection report of Mandela National Stadium. It has done, and maybe let me take you through it verbatim, Madam Speaker, because it reads, we acknowledge receipt of the FIFA communication with the pre-inspection report of Mandela National Stadium, Kampala, conducted by FIFA for the FIFA World Cup United 2026 African qualifiers, match day 3 and 4. Most importantly is this paragraph. As you are aware, CAF, which is Confederation of African Football, has also recently conducted an independent inspection visit to the Mandela National Stadium. Based on the pre-inspection report, it is noted that the works in several areas in the exterior and the interior zones of the stadium are still in progress, not yet complete. Accordingly to the CAF Stadium, and according to the CAF Stadium approval procedures, an approval is only given when the stadium is compliant with the requirements at the time of the inspection, which is not the case for the Mandela National Stadium. CAF is not therefore in a position to grant additional period for the completion of the works and subsequently conduct an inspection visit at all the match venues must be confirmed to FIFA today. Madam Speaker, the rest is equally relevant, but I wouldn't want to waste the time of this House. This is important. And I request that I lay this copy for the benefit. The source is authentic. You will see it from here.
Honorable
The signatory is head of professional football, Mohammed F. Sadat, and they are signed.
Honorable Minister.
I beg to lay.
Can we ask the Minister of Sports to come and give us a statement tomorrow at 10?
Most obliged, Right Honourable Speaker. We undertake to give that statement. But that said, we should also appreciate the progress we have made on site. Thank you. I would have loved this question to be answered by the Minister in charge of sports. But I also want to inform Parliament that as we sit, there is an ongoing meeting that had been scheduled before we scheduled Parliament to sit this morning, and the meeting is being chaired by the Honourable Minister of State for Sports, Honourable Peter Ogwang, and in attendance we have Honourable Oboth, who is representing the UPDF, who are currently the contractor on the ground, the UPDF Engineering Brigade. That is why the two are not here. That said, as Government Chief Whip, I am privy to information within ministries, departments, and agencies of government. And I know that Mandela National Stadium was inspected recently by a team of inspectors from the Confederation of African Football. All in all, of the major areas that had earlier on been highlighted when this stadium was not approved about 2-3 years ago, we as a country have made substantive progress, and I wish honorable colleagues to invite you at your free time, maybe in consultation with the Minister of State for Sport, to pay a visit to Namboole and see the progress so far made. The areas where the inspectors highly recommended some changes to be made